you guys doing today?
Good. How about you?
Brandon, how are you?
That's great.
Sarcasm?
No.
Exciting women's game last night, huh?
Yes, it was awesome. Awesome.
Brandon, as you try to find yourself more playing time on the floor, how energized do you get about taking on a team like Wisconsin, where you're going up against two of the better big men in the league, like Reavers and Happ, and trying to, show how good you can be against them?
It's awesome. It's a great challenge for me. It's something I kind of look up to and kind of prepare for and practice for. So it's something that we're all really looking forward to. So I'm excited.
And then Coach says that as you try and carve out more playing time for yourself, the thing in practice is that for big men, there's a pretty big learning curve involved, and that, when you're going up against Happ, that's an NBA-type player you're facing, and you just turned 19. So for you, when you're going through practice and, trying to show your stuff, how do you kind of, how's the learning curve been for you over the course of the year?
Sometimes a little tough because you kind of go from playing one certain specific player one week to a different player the whole next week. So trying to learn the different aspects of each player is kind of difficult, but it comes along with each practice, and so we really harp on it a lot.
How much of a revenge factor is there, seeing as how they beat you guys the first time around?
It's a game that we've really been looking forward to. We really hope to finish business this Saturday and get it done. We've really been focusing a lot on practice this week. And just come focused, really.
How long did it take for you guys to maybe get over that loss, considering it was like a 3-point game with a minute left and everything kind of
with a season like this, it's kind of like you have to get over it within the next 24 hours because you got to focus on the next game and stuff. But, it's been in the back of our minds, but we're really just trying to take a game at a time.
After the loss to Iowa, John said the focus of practice was improving yourselves, not focusing on Rutgers so much. What's been the focus of practice these last few days since the Rutgers game?
It's really just focused on the little aspects that we've kind of been missing out on the past few games, and just try to stay connected, stay as one heartbeat. Because the more we do that, the more successful we can be this season.
What are some of those little aspects?
Simple things like running hard in transition, staying locked in on defense, not making any little mistakes that could create offense. So just stuff like that.
Do you guys look at the Big Ten standings at all this time of year, or is it completely ignored?
We do, but we kind of don't. We kind of just ignore it. Like I said, we kind of take it a game at a time. We focus on the next game, see what we can do, and then we kind of just focus on ourselves a little bit.
What kind of challenge has it been for you to acclimate defensively when you're here in the Big Ten schedule compared to playing in high school?
It's been a bit of a challenge. I'm still kind of getting used to it, but it's coming along as we go. But yeah, it's a tiny bit of a challenge.
Is there anything about it that kind of seemed foreign or anything, or is there anything that you're kind of proud that you've kind of come along on?
I think it's all coming along pretty well. I don't think it's too much, but there's little things that could get to you sometimes, or you just forget it or something. But it's coming along really well, I think.
What kind of advice is the coach giving you in terms of how you can get more time and how you can play better?
Just to be an energizer, have a great motor, just work hard every possession, and the more I do that and work hard, the more I can see the floor.
For you personally, how do you establish more consistency?
Just to remain confident, to always be confident, stay positive, and just play with a high motor, really.
Is it a challenge between being, a good teammate who's happy for the guys who are on the court, but then, wanting to be out there yourself and kind of, pushing them to maybe take their spot? Is that kind of a tricky
for me, it's always easy to be a good teammate because you always want the people around you to do great, no matter what the situation is. So for me, it's just always staying positive no matter who's out there on the floor, and always to cheer them on.
How did Iggy react to held scoreless at Wisconsin? I think he's doing well since then, but I guess how did he react to that game, and what have you seen in practice or around the team with his approach lately?
Someone like Iggy, he takes it really personal. So he's obviously really focused on this game. He's really going to come back and retaliate for it. But he's really a competitive person, so he's really going to try to do a lot better.
When John picks up a foul and then Coach B comes down the line, are you looking, hey, is he going to choose me? Coach B used to say, when am I going in? When am I going in? Are you like that, or are you just kind of watching?
It's kind of more so I'm watching, but also I'm ready if he does call my name. It's kind of just a wait and see it out type of thing. But if I go in there, then I go in there. If I don't, then I don't. It's just more so I'm really focused on us doing great as a team,
John mentioned that you've taken baby steps throughout the year in terms of progress. I guess what does baby steps look like to you in terms of your progress throughout the year?
For me, when I think about it, I literally think of like baby steps. Like it's coming along, but to me, for some reason, it feels like it's coming along a little bit slower than what I wanted to. I mean, obviously, it's different for every person, but it's starting to come along a little bit better. I'm starting to understand it a lot more, and yeah, it's literally been baby steps. So.
Why do you think that is? That's been slower for you compared to maybe some other people.
Yeah, I think in high school I didn't really. I think I worked hard, but I don't think I worked as hard as I wanted to, and I didn't learn as much as I needed to be prepared for like these moments and stuff. So.
Who's been Hap on the scout team?
Austin has. Oh no, Jaren has.
Okay.
Jaren Falls has been. Yeah, they've been switching on and off. So.
Having seen the real Hap in person, how hard is it to try to simulate his unique game?
Honestly, it's really easy for Jaren because like they have actually a really similar game. So Jaren's been doing a wonderful job playing this Hap and doing all his little tendencies that he does. He's actually really good at it because like they're basically the same player. It's actually kind of weird.
The coaches has had a lot of players who come out of high school and struggled and then really broke out. Are there players in past Michigan teams or on your team that you want to emulate?
One player I think I really look up to and like have been watching like his highlights and stuff was really DJ Wilson, just because he's kind of like in the same spot I was, or I'm in the same spot he was. He didn't really play that much, but then as he got through the years and stuff, he actually really developed and became a really wonderful player. So I think that's what I'm kind of trying to take after right now and follow in his footsteps a little bit.
After you guys got into foul trouble against Iowa, what's been playing smarter? How's that been an emphasis in practice last week? So.
Yeah, we've really been focused on a lot of the dumb fouls that we commit sometimes. Just to play solid defense. It's like one of the little aspects I was talking about earlier. Just to be solid in every little piece that we can be.
For you and Iggy, I remember after the Wisconsin loss, Beilein mentioned how like as freshmen, like you hadn't experienced a loss yet in college. So what was that experience like, and what are you taking from that into the rematch?
Yeah, that was my first ever college loss. So I got to experience what it felt like in the locker room during the game or after the game. Wasn't great, but I kind of know how it feels now, and you really don't want that feeling. So it's something that we really strive for in practice, just to like be solid and come out with wins every once in a while.
Obviously, you don't want that feeling, but was it any easier to handle last week in Iowa?
I think it was tough on us because I think we did a lot of stuff that we really didn't want to. We didn't play as solid as we wanted to, so it was a really tough loss for us as a team. It felt like we kind of broke down, and it's not really what we wanted, so it was really tough.
You mentioned that it was tough during the game with Wisconsin in the locker room and so on. So did you guys have a sense that that this game was? I mean, it turned out very close, but did you have a sense that this was the hardest game you had faced up until then?
I don't think we had a sense it was going to be the hardest game, but I think we knew it was going to be a tough game coming in on the road at Wisconsin. I think it was just more so of a mental piece. We all felt great in warm-ups and everything, but during the game it all felt like it was kind of crumbling down a little bit. But yeah, we kind of knew what we were coming for.
Do you think you know better now, like what to do with Wisconsin when they come tomorrow?
I think we knew from the start. It's just more so we didn't execute like we wanted to. I think we're kind of ready for the plan this Saturday, and we're gonna be more prepared.
Okay, Brandon.
Thanks.